Imagine doing everything right as a man, and she still says loyalty isn't guaranteed. That's where we are now. But she still said it wasn't enough. That's the mindset of the modern woman today.
Shoot the messenger. Feminism told y'all be strong, independent, and alone. And y'all followed it to the grave. Y'all pushed all the good men away, called submission slavery, and think being difficult is cute. Now y'all 35 and tired, looking around like, oh, where the good men at? Sis, they moved on. Real men want peace, not problems in a lace front and a loud voice.
This is getting intense for modern women. Girl is speaking facts.
Feminism sold y'all freedom, but they didn't mention the price. Loneliness.
Sometimes a woman can talk her out of a relationship. You can talk. We do that.
Yes,
we will talk.
I'm gonna say something, and this might ruffle little feathers. I don't think just being a good man is enough.
That mindset is exactly what's breaking modern relationships. A good man should be more than enough. He's loyal, consistent, and dependable. But today, too many people chase excitement over stability, drama over peace.
To stay in a relationship with them.
But when I say a good man, I mean like he's good. That means all around. That means himself, spiritually, mentally, physically.
That's great.
Healthily, like he's a good man.
That doesn't mean that he's the man for you. And maybe when you're going through these motions of getting to know him, you're realizing, okay, he's a great person, but honestly, I don't fuck with his humor. Like, he could be funny, but he's not funny to me.
And that's why a lot of modern women are getting 40 with 4 cats and no man, because he's a good man, but because he's not funny, you gotta throw that out.
Guys, most women today are being raised to chase feelings instead of values. You understand? She will call a good man boring. Trust me, to most women, good men are boring. Okay, so she will call that good man boring and chase chaos until the chaos breaks her into pieces. Then she will now want to fall back to the so-called boring man to fix her. But oftentimes, it becomes too late. Women, when a man is good, okay, most women think he's boring. Trust me. You might think you are the only one who wants the chase. Women want the chase too. Most women don't like men that are too available. Trust me. Okay, a good man is referred to a woman as either a weak man, or boring man. You understand? So don't try to make yourself too available for a woman. Not all though, but most women. Okay, most women see good men to be boring. Trust me. That is the truth. Okay, take care, child.
In this next video, we talking about why men don't want modern women anymore.
So I posted a couple videos recently talking about modern women and what their standards are and what modern women are looking for. And I've gotten a lot of comments from men saying that they are not looking for a modern woman. They want a traditional woman, and that there aren't enough of them out there. So that had me thinking, like, well, what is the difference between a modern woman and a traditional woman? I wrote some notes here to distinguish the difference. A modern woman is someone who's independent. She has a full-time career. She prioritizes career and education over family and children. She is strong and wants to be taken seriously. And you'll probably hear her say things like, I don't need no man to support me, and never depend on a man. A traditional woman is someone who focuses on family and children. She cooks and she cleans. She knows how to take care of her man mentally, emotionally, and physically. She's graceful and nurturing, and I'm gonna say it, submissive. So, for all the modern women out there, I hear all the time that they want a traditional man, but it's sounding to me like traditional men don't actually want modern women. And I can't tell you how many times I hear women say they don't cook, they don't clean, but yet they want a man to pay all their bills. So I'm just curious, women, do you consider yourself modern or traditional? And what kind of man are you actually looking for? And for men, what are the qualities that you're looking for in a woman if it's not a modern woman?
Why are the women turning back on their men? Why? Because they're selfish. If there's 10 marriages, 2 are the men leaving, 8 are the women leaving. So who's the problem? This is why I say modern women are selfish, because it's me before the family. And that's why they say when you look at a society and see how it's doing, you look at the women. And the women say they're overweight, they've slept with more people, and we're less successful in relationships than ever before. We're the ones ruining it.
The single most unhappiest demographic, lots of data on this, is 40-year-old single unmarried women.
Hollywood has brainwashed us into thinking that traditional women were not happy. And for nature, men like women that are pure, because historically they had to ensure paternity.
All right. 85% of millionaires are married.
No, that's good, because that means that they have a strong woman behind them.
I think that women take too much credit. Yeah. I feel like men that are going to be successful are going to be successful regardless of the women. I think women just take too much credit. Everything's us.
Would you want men to be dependent on women and have women be the predominant mode of production under capitalism?
I don't think it's possible.
But would you want that?
Well, I couldn't want a thing I don't think is possible.
Why?
Because it's not possible.
Well, I mean, why is it not possible?
It's not possible because women are not capable of doing the same types of things that men are capable of doing.
Such as?
Inside of society, enforcement.
Enforcement? So like police and...
No, military.
Military?
Military, policing,
I don't think
special
men
services.
Really I don't think men really are capable of that.
I mean, the men have gone and fought global wars time and time again and won.
Yeah, and what outcomes do they have?
They win the war.
They suffer severe PSD. They have a hard time integrating into society. I mean, that doesn't seem like a natural condition for men to be subjected to.
There can be symptoms of violence, but remember, not everybody gets PTSD, even combat veterans. A lot of them don't have PTSD. Some get PTSD.
Right.
But not only that, that's a coping mechanism. It's going to be individualistic. Men are definitely capable of extreme...
But it is an outcome of being exposed to extreme violence.
Only for some people.
I could say that about women.
Yeah, you can, but the problem when it comes down to enforcement is that women can't do enforcement.
What do you mean?
So I'll give you the easy hypothetical.
Okay.
If all men tomorrow decide that women in the United States are slaves, are women in the United States slaves?
No.
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 Why wouldn't they be?
I think it would be
How could women stop it?
I mean, it would just depend essentially on like access to resources.
Yeah, men have the access to all the resources because they made you slaves.
Well, that's how women could stop it.
Women couldn't.
It would just be a fight over resources.
How come women can't stop it in Islamic nations? And when they just go, okay, you're all slaves.
Obviously, in Islamic nations, they don't have access to specific resources.
Nobody has access to resources if men don't allow access to those resources. Nobody, because men have a monopoly on force. That's feminist theory. Feminists understand. Even Marxist feminists know this, that men have a monopoly on force. So, in other words, if men collectively...
Under patriarchy, I agree.
No, under any archy, they're going to need to have men as their monopoly on force. I'll give you an example. If tomorrow men decided to enslave all women would be enslaved. However, if tomorrow all women decided to enslave all men, they do not have the force doctrine and requisite necessary to do so. They could not do it. They just couldn't do it.
Within any context?
No.
So if women had access to all the drones, if women had access to all the water supply,
who repairs them
if
all?
Women had access,
we repair
if women
them all.
had access to, I mean, women can have the capacity to repair. I don't understand,
Okay, so here's what I would say. Let's do this experiment this way. If women had access to all of the firearms on Earth that exist, okay, and every weapon which exists, and they have access to all of that, they still don't have the requisite brute force that would be necessary to keep men under control. They just wouldn't. It wouldn't be possible to do long term.
What do you mean by
short term?
What do you mean by brute force? That they just wouldn't be able to pull the trigger?
No, that men are much, much, much stronger, and that guns are only an equalizer until men take your guns.
Right, and obviously they would have to get close enough. But I mean, I don't care how strong you are if you don't have water and food. What are you going to do? Well,
it's really simple then. Do you think that if you were the head of a prison, would you rather have all male or all female guards? If you were dealing with dangerous prisoners, even if both had access to guns.
I mean, I guess it would depend what the goal is. I think
to keep the prisoners who are dangerous under control.
I mean, I think women can make really great police officers because they are less likely to use excessive force. They're more likely to de-escalate, where men are more likely to escalate.
More likely to get disarmed, more likely to get beaten up, more likely to accidentally shoot a suspect. They're more likely to do all sorts of things to the contrary as well. But there's also way fewer females who are in the police force because they can't meet the minimum requirements, which are necessary to be a cop. They can't meet the necessary minimum physical requirements. Same thing in the military. They can't meet the necessary minimum physical requirements to be in the infantry. Most women can't do it.
Right.
So men have a monopoly on force, and because of force doctrine, this ends up coming down to this idea. If it is the case, you say that women can do anything that men can do, I counter this by saying they cannot. They cannot do enforcement. This is